What's up everybody? Today, after a bit of time off, I'm diving back into game reviews with my favorite hidden gem of 2023, Wartales. This indie title just hit Xbox Game Pass a little while ago, making it much easier to jump in and try the game out for yourself. Additionally, it received a DLC called Pirates of Belerion, introducing new game mechanics like ship sailing, a new class, new enemies, and a new region to explore, adding even more content to the already massive base game. So let's dive in. In Wartales, you're not the hero nor the villain. You simply lead a team of mercenaries after a plague swept the nation and devastated the Edoran Empire. Your objective is straightforward: steal, kill, plunder, and survive the harsh landscape set before you in this beautifully crafted top-down, turn-based RPG. Your initial task is to recruit mercenaries to aid in your journey, a journey filled with difficult decisions, brutal combat, and careful tactics. As your journey unfolds, the harsh world around you starts to reveal unknown discoveries, regional conflicts, and a collection of truly awe-inspiring biomes and personalities. Wartales is a true-to-form RPG where the decisions you make have real consequences for the world around you, and the story is yours to shape. Ultimately, there is no single narrative force driving the story of Wartales. This game is completely open, including its narrative quests. Each region has its conflicts, things to resolve or determine. There isn't one big threat you're pursuing. Contributing to the game's design focused on a fellowship of diverse personalities rather than a drama centered around a specific hero or goal. I personally love this approach as it enhances the immersion of survival. Before starting your playthrough, you are given several choices, including backstory, regional or adaptive exploration modes, overall difficulty, and how often you can save your game. I'd like to note that I played using adaptive exploration, which significantly slowed down my progression compared to trying the region-locked mode on my second playthrough. World exploration has you and your group of mercenaries traveling as one unit in the overworld while navigating the vibrant and mysterious countryside, mountains, and swamps provided by each region. Similar to your favorite tactical RPGs like XCOM or Baldur's Gate, Wartales utilizes a turn-based combat style that is impressively deep and punishing. Wartales allows the player to choose the action order of characters at any time in combat, as long as they have not already taken their turn. When starting combat encounters, players have the freedom to choose starting tiles for each of their mercenaries, allowing for specific unit combinations and synergies. In my party, I have bleed-inducing brute that works well with my rogue, who stacks poison if a unit is already bleeding when attacked, meaning I place them close together every time. These skills and abilities are determined by your class and subclass, as well as the equipment you're wielding. Each weapon usually offers a new attack skill that can range from a multi-target using a cone or circle to a single target attack that is safe from causing friendly fire. Armor usually offers new passive abilities that can also change the effectiveness of a character. In each combat encounter, you can see environmental quirks like mud that limits your movement range, a spear or torch that you can use as a free attack, as long as you're the first to retrieve it, or smoke and shadows that can conceal enemies within, just to name a few. Overall, this style of turn-based combat is one of my personal favorites as it's digestible, fast-paced, and exceedingly user-friendly. There are many quality-of-life choices made to ensure the player can make decisions and tactical observations without getting lost or confused within the combat UI. Progression in Wartales is entirely player-driven. Every single thing you do and how you do it can be attributed to a skill tree that rewards your playstyle even more. Fighting and how you fight earn points towards more combat passives or perks. This applies to thievery, cooking, scholarly acts, and merchant interactions. You can play the game the way you want, and that style is always rewarded. Rarely do we get to see a game as open-ended as Wartales. Baldur's Gate excluded, as it's the greatest game of all time, but because every time I boot up Wartales, I'm discovering something new. Choosing specific trait upgrades with Valor, domesticating bears or wolves, or any animal for that matter, to join your group and act in battle, capturing and converting enemies into companions, or turning them into the jail for a reward. The possibilities are all there, and I guarantee there will be very little you wish the game would allow you to do. Every system, including inventory and itemization, is fully functional and fleshed out. You are not looting throw-off items. Each has its purpose or use, some of which you may not discover until you happen upon an obscure location that requires something specific. I was constantly rewarded for holding on to and studying the items I was picking up to assess their usefulness, only to interact with an NPC an hour later that rewarded me with something rare for finding it. Wartales became somewhat of a hoarding fantasy for this reason, and I love it. I'll keep it short and simple. Try this game. Wartales is worth the hard drive space it takes up, and I promise you will be rewarded for spending time in this world. At hour 40, you will still be discovering and enjoying systems that you didn't know existed before then, and at hour 100, you will have felt like you've mastered a game challenging enough to rationalize the effort put into it. I cannot recommend this game enough, and that is why in a sea of great games released in 2023, this is my pick for the best indie game of last year. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe consider subscribing as I have a lot more I want to cover on this channel this year. With that said, I'll catch you in the next one.